Hi, I'm Dan, and I'd say welcome to another Talk for Impact video, but, well, not today. Welcome to the Talk for Impact Conference 2025. Well, if you've been in our YouTube and TikTok channels over the last few months, you might recognize me from some of those videos, but if not, as I just said, hi, I'm Dan, and I'm the host of several Talk for Impact videos, and, well, now today's event, and I'm really excited you could all join us. But, well, what exactly have you joined? Well, if you didn't already know, Talk for Impact is a global learning educational technology platform that specializes in live English lessons and skill building sessions that connect learners with expert tutors from all over the world. Today, we're going to be taking Talk for Impact to the next level with more products, more features, and most importantly, more ways to learn that hopefully work for you. And so with that, today we're going to be unveiling phase 2 of the Talk for Impact platform, and hopefully showing you over the next few minutes how AI-powered education can be affordable, intuitive, and transformational for learners all around the world. But I'm not the brains, I'm just the voice, so I can't do it alone, which is why I am delighted to be joined by our fabulous CEO, Ahmed, who I'm going to hand over to very shortly, along with several members of the Talk for Impact family, including Caroline, who's going to be talking us through all the new products that we've got coming up. And I'm really excited about this, one of our students, Alyssa, who's going to be telling us all about her journey with Talk for Impact, which I'm sure you will be as amazed as me to learn hasn't even been a full year yet, and she's already doing a live presentation. So take from that what you will. After that, the lovely Yaya is going to be stepping in to give us a live demo of all the new tools. And if I've got this right, he's going to be making me his guinea pig to prove that even an idiot like YouTuber like me can learn how to use the system. There's going to be plenty more besides after that, including an amazing amazing offers and an incredible gift that we've got lined up. But that's all going to be coming up later. So for now, I think it's about time we hand over to our CEO, Ahmed, to tell us more about, well, what's in store for the rest of the day. Hello, Ahmed.
Thank you so much, Dan. Wow. What's a moment. Hello, everybody. I honestly can't believe I'm here right now. I will admit, I'm a little bit nervous, and I think it's normal. 2 years ago, I didn't know the difference between do and does, has and have, where and was. Yes, my English was terrible. But who am I? Let me introduce myself. My name is Ahmed. I'm the CEO of Talk for Impact. But what is Talk for Impact? Talk for Impact is a platform built with one mission: to help people like you and me to learn different languages, especially English. But do you want to know the real secret? What makes this platform different from all the others? It's simple. We started this journey as a student. Yes, just like you. Most of us on the team have been learning English for a while. So we feel you. We feel your needs. Some of you may have met me on our conversation session, but probably didn't know who I am. Why? Because I see myself as a student. I'm still learning, I'm still growing. One of my biggest dreams to become fluent in English and to stand on stage speaking confidently as a public speaker. Wow. And now, here I am, still making mistakes, but I'm no longer afraid to share my voice. I'm really proud to share my voice with you. It's a long journey, but it's a journey we have to start. And I want to say something I'm really proud of you because just being here today, you are choosing growth. And I promise you, if we stay consistent, very soon, you and I will be able to speak English with anyone, anywhere in the world, whether in business or in interview or while traveling, building a good relationships with people anywhere. We work hard every single day to give you better experience to reach you English. So I'm here today to welcome you from my bottom of my heart. I want to tell you to enjoy every second in this conference. Very soon, we will be proud of what we are building together here at Talk for Impact. And I'm even proud of your own progress. Thank you so much for attending our first Talk for Impact conference. Thank you again and enjoy the rest of this incredible day. The mic with you, Dan.
Thank you so much, Ahmed. And indeed, I am also looking forward to the rest of this afternoon. Like I said, I'm just the voice, I'm just the guy linking all the bits together. You guys are the ones who are actually doing the real work. So, with that, talking of the real work, that feels like a perfect opportunity to hand over to our next fantastic guest, Senior Education Manager Caroline, who's going to look to the future and specifically phase two. She's going to be giving you a walkthrough of all the new products, including the most exciting update so far, that from today, you're going to be able to have your very own private tutor on Talk for Impact. So to explain how that's going to work and everything coming to Talk for Impact over the coming weeks and months, I'm delighted to welcome Senior Education Manager Caroline. Hello, Caroline.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are really happy that you're here with us, and thank you for creating time for this moment. I know probably I've met some of you, and if I haven't met you, you're so much welcome to the family of Talk for Impact. So I'm Caroline, as Dan has already mentioned, and today I'm here to present our new products to you. These products have been built or designed specifically to help you achieve your English learning goals. So without being said, let me get started. All right, so I will start by mentioning that we've been having conversation sessions, and I think most of you have attended most of them. And today, before I tell you the new products, I want to assure you that our conversation sessions are still ongoing. So on top of the conversation sessions, we've also created more products, and one of them is the private lessons. And we also have courses built for you and the AI feedback tool. Okay, but let me give you more details a little bit on these courses and all the new products. Let's start with the conversation sessions. So for the conversation sessions, most of you have participated in these sessions, but I just want to highlight that when you join these courses, you're going to be able to improve your English and also build confidence. Why? Because in these sessions, you'll have debates, discussions, and role plays. So you'll practice real English with real people in real situations. And the other product that we have, which is very new, is the private lessons. So these are one-on-one sessions that are much more personalized just to meet your goals as an individual. So when you sign up for a lesson with the tutor will understand your needs, and whatever you'll be learning will be in line with what you really want to achieve. And also remember, they are much more flexible, and the feedback is going to be focused just on your mistakes. Moving on to our next product, we have the courses in general. So I will start with the grammar course. This particular course is meant for beginners. Why have we decided to create this course? We believe that for anybody to learn a language, they must have the foundation. So grammar is a foundation for you to get better at English. Even at a later stage, you'll find it much more easier if you understand the basics. So you'll have step-by-step lessons based on various topics. And also in this course, you'll have short videos, some tasks for practice, and also written lesson material that you can download and practice whenever you want. Let's move on to another course, which is the phrasal verbs and idioms. I know I've heard a lot about this when students are like, phrasal verbs are really difficult to understand, difficult to master. So for that reason, we decided to create a course for you to help you understand native speakers when they use these idioms and phrasal verbs, and also sound more natural when you're communicating with other people. Our next course is the pronunciation course. Now, this course is divided into two. So you'll have the British accent and the American accent. So it is up to you to choose which one you'd like to go for. Now, why this course? Sometimes it is just difficult to understand certain accents, probably because you've not been exposed to that particular accent. So for that reason, we've decided to have this course. And remember, in this particular course, you're going to have live lessons and also recorded lessons. And when you join this course, you'll be able to learn things that are fundamental to pronunciation of the language, things like word stress, intonation, when do I go up, when do I stay down, when they link words, sometimes you just don't understand. So when you join this course, you'll be able to understand everything, and it's going to be much more easier for you to understand native speakers. And remember, you will also be able to sound more natural and neutral so that everybody can understand you. Okay, moving on to our last product, which is the AI-powered feedback. We all need feedback. When in your job, you probably need your manager to give you feedback on how you're performing. So right now, we already have feedback that our tutors give us. But remember, I may miss something as a tutor, but AI may not miss everything, okay? They may pick what I have missed if I'm a tutor. So we will have AI-powered feedback, and this is going to help you because it's going to be just personalized feedback for you, and it will also give you some tips on how to improve, like your pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary. Now, these are our products, and now I would like to show you these products on our platform, if you may let me do so. So when you go to the platform, you'll be taken to the home page. So we will start with the conversation sessions that we've been having for quite a while. So if you want to book a conversation session, you're going to come here, if you can see up here. So you'll see conversations. You click on it. And you'll have a list of all the conversation sessions we have. Just keep scrolling, and you can select any of the conversation sessions you'd have to attend, depending on your time zone or what is convenient for you. And the other product is the private lessons. So for the private lessons, you're going to go to Find Tutors because you want to find your own tutor and have a private lesson with the tutor. So click on Find Tutors. And when you click on tutors, you'll see a list of tutors. Right now we have 6, 7, 8, 10, but very soon we'll be having many because this is a new product. So we're still just beginning, but it's going to get better. So for example, if I want to join a session with, let's say, Mel, you can just come here and book a session. Sorry about that. You can book from the other side, or you can still click here and book the session. And when you click, you're going to choose how many hours you want to study with Mel in a month. Is it 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, or 8 hours? It depends on your needs and ability. And I'm sorry, but I have to take you back a little bit here to the conversation sessions. If you want to book a session, for example, let's say I want to book this session with Dana. So you click on it. Before you book the session, you want to understand what the session is about. So you can click on it. and it will bring you here. Here you can play the video. Sometimes it's just a PDF document with some material for you to study in preparation for the session. And you can also come down here. We've introduced vocabulary, which we didn't have previously. So you can click on vocabulary and practice before session time, so that when you go for the session, you have some phrases to use. And you have the ice-breaking questions and main topic questions. Let's move to our third product, which is courses. You come here on courses, open courses, and you'll be able to see the different courses that we have. Right now, we have 5 courses available. And I will start by I'll just mention them. You'll get more details in a while. Okay, so we have the grammar for beginners. We have phrasal verbs and idioms. We have the courses on pronunciation. Like I mentioned, we have American accent and the British accent. So for now, we have American accent, but we are also working on the British accent. And I would like to highlight something. These courses are going to be ready in about a month's time. Okay, so if you pay for them today, they won't be available tomorrow, but we're working on them. Just a few things left to finish. So in a month's time, you'll have everything ready. Perfect. And now let's go to the AI-powered feedback. That's going to be presented by my colleague, but I think before I do that, I would like to walk you through our placement test. I think it's something that I missed mentioning. We are also going to have the placement test before you get started with a tutor, so that the tutor understands your level of English. All right, so let's take a test together. So when you come to the platform and you want to take a test, you will see this page first, and it tells you to get started. So just click on it and you will start the test. I'll be a little bit fast because we don't have much time, but let's go. So you'll start with the reading test, and let's try to do it together. You can read along, okay? So you check the box for the right answer. So here it asks you to identify the correct sentence. Okay. Next. Okay. And you'll also be able to see the level, okay, of the test question. Okay, and here we have the listening task. You play the audio and listen and then answer the questions.
Attention passengers. The 8:30 train to Manchester has been delayed due to technical issues. The new departure time is 9:00 a.m. We apologize for the inconvenience.
And now we are at B2 level. So if you pass A1, A2, then B2 level. And now you have the speaking part. You click on start and you start speaking about any topic. Okay, let's go. Okay, I would like to talk about my childhood. I really miss my childhood because when I was a child, life seemed so simple but very fun. I remember very well as a child we used to play outside most of the time, but today I barely get the time even to look at my window. Why? Because life today just seems too busy for everyone. And from what I see around me, even the kids don't have time to play on the streets. So I really miss those times when we just used to play with whatever we had. We didn't have to spend money to buy things when I was younger. And also, talking about my childhood, food was just much more organic. I remember, for example, we used to eat like fruits straight from the tree. We didn't have to clean, but we never felt sick. We survived. But today, everything seems to be full of chemicals and you can't trust anything. So if you go to a grocery store, you have to clean what you're eating. And even though you clean it, you just don't know the content inside. So sometimes I wish I could take back hands of time. It would have been, I think it would be something great to just go back to that moment and enjoy life freely and have fun with kids, with fellow kids, without admiring what other fellow kids have. But anyway, I'm not a child anymore. I just miss the moment. And after you're done with that, you click on stop and you'll see your result. And submit before you see the result. So as you can see your level. Listening, you will see here. If you see 40, that means you failed a number. It's okay, don't worry, keep practicing so that you can get 60. If you see vocabulary, you have 35, it means you failed a number. Don't get demotivated, just keep practicing. And even if it is speaking and you have A1 level, it's okay. Just keep practicing and you're gonna get better. That's why we've created so many courses for you to get better, improve your English, and speak with confidence. And with everything that I've shared, I think I've come to the end of my presentation. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for listening, and I'll give back the mic to Dan. Thank you.
No, thank you, Caroline. That was absolutely fascinating and really, really interesting. So nice to see kind of behind the curtains of what we're actually going to receive for anyone who takes up the course. And I've got to say, as someone who did English the natural way, if you like, and learned a lot of language. Well, sorry, not learned languages in the normal way at school, the way we're normally taught. It's so refreshing to see something that really focuses on like the conversational native side of speaking, that the way that's actually useful when you turn up to a country and need to get around. I feel like at school you're taught a language in this super formal way with textbooks where they read words out and you then read them back, and then you decline verbs and all these other kinds of things, and then you do an exam and then you leave the exam and then you realize you've got no idea what you just learned and can't speak a word. I don't know anyone that did GCSE French in the UK the same time I did that can speak any French today. So it's a real testament to you guys that you've created a course that people can take and then use in a practical way. So I think that's a fantastic thing. And to really drive that point home, that will take us on to our next section. Just before we do, something that cropped up a few minutes ago. And I would love to bring next to the mic and the camera one of our current students, I should say. So Alyssa, who is going to be talking us through their incredible journey with Talk for Impact. I say incredible because I only found out yesterday she only started her English journey 10 months ago. And now she's going to present to you exactly how she did it. And I already find that astonishing. But prepare to be as amazed as I am as I say, Alyssa, welcome to Talk for Impact. Over to you.
Hello, everyone, and I'm Alyssa, and I'm glad to be invited and to share about my experience with Talk for Impact. And before I joined, and I could write, but I couldn't spell very well because I always nervous and afraid of being mistakes. But I really wanted to speak fluently, but how, I don't know. So when I found Talk for Impact, I decided to try it. And at first, I wasn't sure what it would be like. Maybe it's too formal and too difficult for me. But anyway, I just try it. I remember my first time to join clearly. I was really nervous. but after a few minutes, I started to feel comfortable. Everyone wanted to help me to speak and to practice, and everyone is very nice. And the class gave me confidence to speak. And we always talk about real topics like work, travel, and traffic. These topics, make me feel, think in English, not just translated from my language. And little by little, I could speak more clearly with confidence. And after several months, I started speaking more at work. And one day I could even leave a small meeting before Talk for Impact. I had never thought about it. The best thing about Talk for Impact is the people. We are from different countries, but we all have the same goal. We want to get better. Nobody judges you here. Everybody wants to help you and helps you feel more confident and motivated. Okay, so if you just joined it, great decision. Just keep doing. And even though now you are feel unsure, you will improve faster than you think. And if you haven't joined yet, I understand it. It's normal to feel unsure, but this platform gives you what you need: confidence, practice, and real conversation. If you want to speak English naturally and confidently, this is a good place. Talk for Impact helped me to improve my English, but the most important thing is my confidence has been boosting since I joined it. So if you are starting and thinking or still thinking about it, just do it and join the class, start speaking and enjoy it. You will be surprised at how much you can improve. And so have a great English journey with Talk for Impact. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Alyssa. That was absolutely fascinating. And genuinely, as someone who's never managed to conquer another language, I find it astonishing. But as you said, the fact that you're already thinking in English when you speak in English, I think is incredible. So a huge round of applause for you. Well done. Genuinely amazing, amazing work. And I feel like this is a great way to segue into, if you'd like to be able to do what Alyssa has just done, well, that's why we're here. Now is the perfect time for this. And I think that's a perfect opportunity to start talking. So not talking, it's about showing you more about what we have in store coming up. So I think if I've got this right, it's time to pass over to Yaya, who is going to walk me through the platform in real time. So yeah, time for a practical demonstration of the new tools to see how everything works. And and then we're going to talk about how you can get your hands on those tools. Yaya, over to you.
Hey, how are you guys? How you doing? Okay, today we have something really special for you guys. Something that will go and take you to the next level. Why? Because we're going to make sure that every single thing that you have to say and you have to utter going to be written down. So we have developed over the 5 and the 6 months an AI tool that will help you, like literally help you step by step achieving your goal. We have a lot of features for that one. You will be amused about the features that we have. So let's go through them. Okay, number one. Okay, let's talk about the core functionality. Now we're here speaking about the speech recognition. So when you say anything, when you utter any sentence, when you try to speak, the AI going to record everything, literally everything. And the word tracking will be translating and transcripting everything into a report. So by the end of the session, you're going to have the notes, you're going to have the vocabulary, you're going to have all your mistakes, you're going to have how much mistake or how many mistakes that you have done. You're going to have how good you are in terms of fluency. Okay, not only that, at the end, you're going to see even the summary. You can go through each one of them. You can check each vocabulary. You can monitor the progress. You can see the feedback from the tutor. You can see the insight feedback from the tutor as well. So not only that the tutor going to tell you, for example, you have this mistake and that one. No, that is really surface one. But we're going to go deeper with AI when we tell you how to make it perfect and how you make sure that you pronounce it in a really good way. So all these things are going to be there in the report. And the big surprise, as I mentioned before, the main key vocabulary that you have learned. Now, for example, let's say now the previous session with the tutor, you had a conversation, okay, and then you did several mistakes. And then when you come back again with the next session and you do the same thing, another report will be over there, okay. And then you can put like after 5, 7, 10 sessions, okay, you're going to monitor all the report together and you're going to see, okay, I was doing like, for example, 10 mistakes before, and today I'm making only 5 mistakes. Oh, clap for myself, man. Okay, this is a really big improvement, right? So you can monitor whatever things that you're going to do through the months. So that's why we have decided, guys, to make this a simple, very smooth, very accessible to you guys. And why not trying it? Okay, please go and trying it because it's going to be for free. Back to you, Dan.
Thank you very much. That's absolutely amazing. The the place that we find ourselves in today, in the beginning of the AI revolution, that I already we're at a point now where you can just have a natural language conversation with another human being, and it
Yeah,
can actually give you that grade score at the
yeah.
end and tell you where you went wrong and help you pick up on things. And I think just from a business point of view, you're not. I think it was Caroline was talking to this point earlier as well, that it's impossible to expect every tutor for every student to pick up on absolutely every nuance of everything they've said in every conversation. But it's completely realistic to expect your AI chatbot to figure that kind of thing out. And this is, as someone who in his other life talks a lot about AI stuff and often is quite negative about it, this is such a good use case for it. It's exactly the kind of thing it's made for. Literally analyzing language and working out if it's being used in an appropriate way that is understandable. I think that's absolutely amazing. It's the kind of thing I almost want to take a lesson just to see what my English is like, just to get a scorecard for myself. But with that, thank you so much, Yaya. An amazing demo. And it's now time to talk about how you can get your hands on it too. I know that side of it is free, but of course now is time to talk about our incredible special offer. So yeah, what have we got for you? Well, thank you very much. As the slide kicks in, there we go. All these courses that you see on the screen are currently available for a whopping 80% off. So as you can see there, where it was normally a $100 course, it's now going to be a $20 course. I would argue, and I'm saying this as a third-party independent human being, at that kind of money, at $20, it's the kind of thing you may as well just give it a try. The worst that happens is you've lost $20 and you didn't have a great time. And even then, you're not even at risk, but we'll come to that in a minute in the Q&A. But yes, by all means, have a look through. We'll put the link up for you in a second so you can grab these courses for yourself, all at 80% off. How long is this offer going on for? I actually don't know when it expires. So if someone would like to, maybe Yaya, Ahmed, if you
It's
know.
going to be really in a short time. So guys, you gotta hurry up, okay, and get as soon as possible. And it's going to be really limited, even limited seats, because in each session, Okay, we're going to have a round, like 2 rounds for it. So in each round, we're going to have 15 seats. So we want to make sure that it's like focused really on the people who are going to take that course. Okay, we don't want to like 20 people, 50, like 25 people entering the course. No, we want to make it so specific in terms of the life one. As for the English grammar and for beginners and for verbs and idioms, that one, can you imagine, guys, is going to be for you for like lifetime. You can access into that one anytime, anywhere, even after 2, 3 years. It's for you 100% whenever you visit the website.
Brilliant. So it's almost like getting a free refresher. Yeah, it's not like if you had a actual live lessons where you were going and meeting someone
Yeah,
in person.
exactly,
It's not like you
exactly.
could just phone up 3 years later and going, "You remember that lesson that you taught me 3 years ago?" Um, so yeah, I think that sounds brilliant. So yeah, I think maybe now would be a good time to put the link up so we can see where people need to go, or is it just this one at the top? talkforimpact.com/courses. Is that right?
Yeah, right now we're going to share with you guys
There we go.
this
Perfect.
where you can go right now to the website where you can get your offer.
So yeah, we're going to give you a little bit of time to take care of that. By all means, do it on your phone with the QR code, or as we just said,
Yeah.
talkforimpact.com/courses. Either way gets you there. And in the meantime, this makes it a perfect opportunity to tackle the Q&A. So hopefully between Yahya, Ahmed, and myself, we will be able to cover everything here. I see we've already got some answers appearing, but maybe for the benefit of everyone, we'll start off with the first question. William wants to know if there's a free trial available, and if I'm correct, I'm saying there isn't a free trial, but there is the opportunity for a full refund if you're not happy.
Yeah, that is 100% true. In case if you are like feeling this is not going to be suitable for me, okay, maybe I dislike the course, is going to be 100% refund. So no worry. I mean, we just all you gotta even the process of refunding is very easy and smoothly. And I mean, imagine if you can try at the same time, you can get refund. We are not saying that you try and then you get refund, okay? But we are saying here that you can try it and it's there for you. You can monitor how it's going to be. And then if you dislike it, your money is going to be back to you.
Perfect. That works. That would work for me for sure. The other thing that William wanted to know is if you accept any e-wallets other than PayPal. So I know you take PayPal, but the question is, can you do you accept other wallets?
That question, I think I'm going to forward it to our CEO.
Brilliant.
Yeah, for sure. You can use PayPal, you can use your credit card, you can use Apple Pay, Google Pay. So too many payment method. It's available.
Yeah, really good, really good. Dan, I wanted to tell you, you told me
Yes.
last time that you were like learning French, right?
Yeah, as we do at school, as every British kid does at school.
Yeah, I really wanted to know that what was the main challenge that you experienced as you're learning the French language?
I mean, I'll be honest. I was a teenage boy. The main problem was staying awake. Uh, but that's also found. Sorry, I apologise to my French teacher, especially as I can't remember his name now. He was a lovely man. He actually helped me pass even during the exam. But no, for me, by far and away, the hardest point was I think what we were talking about before is that none of it is truly practical. It's very academic language. I
Yeah,
When was the last time you were on holiday and you urgently needed to go to either a library or a butcher's? These are not things that normal people do when they go to places where other languages are spoken.
exactly.
You might, and you could probably work it out, but that's not really the essential thing. So I feel like often they have in their mind the academic way of teaching, and they go, well, that must be correct because that's what academia is. But in the real world, people don't talk like that. And the particularly hard thing is it teaches you to listen for things that you'll never actually hear in the real world. Which actually kind of ties into one of the other questions quite nicely that has come in from James Sparrow, just asking about when we're talking about the difference between British and American accents, that in the real world, yeah, there are loads of different accents to cover. There are, yeah, obviously the people in the north part of a country often sound quite different to how they do down south. In the UK, I know for a fact I have got what many would consider kind of the standard British accent. Certainly, if you look internationally at what is considered that way. But I'm well aware that I am growing up, I was far from standard in the way that I spoke. And that was growing up in London. You just have to go a tiny bit north or south and the accent changes completely. So yes, it is very, very different around here. But there is usually a sort of accepted international standard for pretty much all accents. That when you talk about a British accent, yes, there are other ones out there, but you'll get a long way if you learn what I think nowadays is kind of referred to as like, it's not the word was used to be RP, received pronunciation, but I think of it as BBC documentary English. And that's the one that you're likely to come into contact with most of the time. And so that's the one most worth learning. And so that's the one most often taught. Same with American. You're most likely to come up against that kind of standard middle American, kind of mostly Californian, because we've been brought up watching movies in Hollywood. So that kind of standard American accent with all the hard R's where you expect them to be, but yeah, that's pretty normal. You couldn't really tell exactly where that guy comes from. He's just some guy from America. And so we have to teach those kinds of accents because that's the ones you're going to come across. I hope I summed that up reasonably well.
Yeah, really reasonable, really reasonable.
Just talking from the heart there, purely as someone who comes up against accents all the time. So do we have any more questions? I think those are the only ones that have come in, and that was a good few minutes. So the question is, do we want to now talk about the friends and family benefit gift, or is there anything else we wanted to cover?
Ooh, the gift.
The gift it is then. Okay, so part 2, there's the special offer for you, which, as you know, is the ridiculous 80% off. But as well as that, if you are to go ahead and purchase one of the live conversation sessions, then once you've purchased your session, you're going to get an email with that entitles you to 50% off as a gift that you can then pass on to family and friends. And I know for a lot of English speakers, it's not just about you. Often it's you and several people in your peer group that need to learn English for whatever reason. This, if you've had a good experience with Talk for Impact, is going to give you a great opportunity to pass that on to someone else in a way that's quite low risk for them too. So yeah, that's what's going to come with your English conversation sessions. As I said, 50% off for friends and family after any purchase. That is the offer. Well, sorry, that's the gift. The offer was the other thing.
After purchasing that one, I'm going to have a gift for my family. Are you saying that?
Yes.
Oh, really?
That's how I'm sorry if that wasn't clear. But yes, the idea is once you have made your purchase, you've bought the conversation session, you will get an email with a code that entitles anyone in your friends and family to 50% off any other conversation courses in the future.
Really, really awesome. So regarding this, it's going to be like for a 1 year conversation session. You can enter like 2-3 times a day. You can have your conversation with 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 15 people within one session. Meaning that means you can practice. I mean, practice makes us perfect, right? So practicing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again and again and again and again. Eventually, you'll be like Elisa. Just 10 months ago, she had no English. Can you imagine that, guys? I mean, a person within 10 months ago, she had no English. Now can she speak to the public? Oh my goodness. I'm really proud of you, Elisa.
I think I absolutely back that up. I think what you were saying about practice, it has been my wisdom for quite some time that there is no such thing as talent. Talent is just applied learning. Anyone can do almost anything as long as you just put enough time into learning how to do it. No one is just naturally talented at stuff. They're just naturally talented at learning it, at paying attention to it, repeating it over and over again till they get it. And with a course like this, it makes it much easier to do that. It isn't just boring lists of verbs over and over again. It's actual questions. It's with actual Q&A, and then real feedback, rather than just saying, sorry, that was wrong. Try again. Yeah, it's wrong. Here's why it was wrong. Here's how you can think about it in order not to make that mistake in the future. And believe me, I get that as someone who has to kind of analyze a lot of English in his voiceover life. It is a crazy language, and I tip my hat off to anybody who can tackle whatever this crazy thing is that we call the English language.
Yeah. Really, really awesome.
But with that, then, I think then all we have left to do is say thanks to everyone that's been here and pass over to Ahmed for some final closing remarks.
I think let me just interrupt you for the last minute, Dan. Actually, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you for all Talk for Impact team. So thank you for all of you team. Thank you so much. Our team is amazing team. Talk for Impact team. I don't want to miss anyone. Our technical team, our educational team, our AI team, our design team, our tutor. So all of you guys, thank you so much for every single moment. And all of these moments for you as a student and tutor, we actually trying to make Talk for Impact one of the best platform for learning English. So thank you so much, Dan, again, and thank you for you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. I just wanted to say as well, thank you to you, Ahmed, just personally for me, for having the confidence to bring me on board and forcing me into presenting this, which I absolutely didn't want to do because I didn't think I'd be able to pull it off. So from the bottom of my heart, Ahmed, thank you for having faith in me. And also thank you to this entire audience for sitting and watching this whole time and for interacting with us and for generally being involved with Talk for Impact. So, yeah, one more thank you. And here's to phase 2. I'll see you at the next session. Thanks again and take care of yourselves. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. See you later.
Thank you so much.